Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View for the week ahead in association with Petzl. It's a pretty unsettled week ahead, it must be said, with wind and rain sweeping in off the Atlantic once more. For Monday, the chart shows a broad, warm sector across the British Isles coming in on mild southwesterly winds, which will be strengthening increasingly as the day goes on to gale or even severe gale force across the higher mountains. That strengthening soonest across Wales. The rain and drizzle and low cloud pretty relentless across many western hills and mountains. Northern Scotland comparatively drier, just to the shelter to the north of the Cairngorms and in the far north. Also somewhat drier around the eastern Pennines and the Peak District. Running the sequence onwards then, this is hour by hour through Monday. You'll see how that rain just continues across those western areas, really from southwest Scotland southwards into the lakes and across much of West Wales. Streams and river levels getting pretty high. It's quite wet underfoot following lots of rain in recent times, so do bear that in mind when you're choosing your routes. As we go onwards into Monday evening and night, that frontal system will continue to sweep its way in, some further heavy rain coming in then on those gale force south to southwesterly winds. We'll take the story further onwards, this now in 3-hour steps as we head through into early Tuesday. Some heavy rain sweeping more broadly across most of England. For Tuesday daytime, further pulses of rain coming in on strong south to southwesterly winds. Similar areas once more seeing the most frequent of that rain, really from the west coast of Scotland, from about Skye and Mull southwards down across the west coast of England and Wales. Drier once more the further north and east you go across Scotland, and the further east you are across the Pennines. Again, a lot of low cloud shrouding the hills. A windy day, again, for most across the mountains. As we go onwards to Tuesday evening and night, some gradually cooler air just comes around as the wind flow turns slightly more toward the west. Temperatures on the highest summits in Scotland will dip close to freezing point. A day where it's more showery in terms of the precipitation. Some of that, some sleet and some hail at times on the tops. Some sunshine, some brighter skies to be found towards more eastern mountains through the day. A significant wind chill factor, again the wind toward gale force across the higher tops. It's a mild story, though, toward the end of the week as those southwesterly winds prevail and the airflow coming up from a long way south over the Atlantic. Some rain, some drizzle focused on western Scotland, the risk of widespread gale force winds across the hills and mountains once more. Low cloud and some drizzliness around Irish Sea coast, but smaller rainfall totals overall. And a similar theme into Friday. Stays windy, stays mild with the south to southwesterly winds. It looks as though it's a drier day, although again expect the low cloud and drizzle near to those west coasts, but brighter further towards the east that you go. Early indications toward next weekend stay rather mixed as Atlantic weather patterns look to prevail. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.